Good morning. My name is Shani Benezra, and I am an AIPAC campus activist at the University of Illinois. In 1967, Israel was a nation on the verge of war. Egyptian troops were massed along Israel's southern border. Thousands of graves were dug in Tel Aviv to accommodate the casualties of what every Israeli expected would be a terrible war. My grandfather, Shani Benezra, had only been living in Israel for a short time. He and my grandmother had moved from Morocco just a few years earlier. They had 3 young children, including my father, who was only 2 at the time. Even though he was technically older than the normal age to serve in the IDF, my grandfather volunteered for the impending war. He wanted to help protect his family and his new nation. My grandfather was a brilliant man who spoke many languages, and because of this unique skill, the IDF used him as a translator. On the second day of the war, my grandfather was traveling with a journalist and other soldiers near the Gaza Strip. As they reached the entrance into Gaza, the road was blocked by rocks. But one of the rocks wasn't a rock at all. It was a landmine. When my grandfather tried to clear the road, the mine exploded. My grandfather was killed, as was the journalist and many of the soldiers he was traveling with. My father grew up without a father, a loss that had a profound impact on his life. When the time came, my father also served in the IDF, and it was after his service that he made the decision to move to the United States. Growing up here in Chicago, Israel was part of who we were as a family. We spent our summers there. My first language is Hebrew. After high school, I struggled whether to follow my father and grandfather into the IDF or to be the first person in my family to attend college, ultimately deciding to attend the University of Illinois. My first day on campus, I met students behind AIPAC, the AIPAC group on campus. This was what I had been looking for, an incredible mix of policy, politics, and Israel. Everything I loved and cared about. Since then, I've taken advantage of every AIPAC opportunity available. And today, I'm the president of AIPAC. Earlier this month, we hosted our annual student leadership reception. 40 student leaders from all across campus were able to hear from their student body president and vice president about why they support a U.S. Israel relationship. Leaders from college Republicans, college Democrats, Student Senate, Muslim Student Association, Greek Life, and the pro-Israel community all came to show their support for America and Israel. Because we knew that Congress was in session, we invited the members of the Illinois delegation to send a short video message to the event. To our surprise, every single member sent in a video. We always say that our members of Congress support our efforts, but to have them prove it made me beyond proud of my campus. AIPAC has given me so much that it is hard to put it into words. I'm not sure where my future leads. Right now, I'm studying broadcast journalism, and one of my dreams is to someday become a foreign correspondent based in Israel. As a journalist, I hope to protect the same nation I love. This past March, I had an opportunity to work under AIPAC's spokesperson and assist the press team during the AIPAC Policy Conference. 600 members of the international media, and it was my job to help them get where they needed to go. During one of the sessions, I had a moment to step out onto the floor of the arena, and everything clicked for me. 18,000 people coming together to hear world leaders speak about the one thing I care most about. The parallel was not lost on me. My grandfather was working with journalists during the war, working to protect the nation he loved. Half a century later, Israel is still fighting for its security. Lives are still being lost in its defense, but because of AIPAC, because of the work we do together, America is standing by its side. Thank you.